What's up? How's everybody doing on Periscope today? Man, I am really excited to share with you about how to eliminate roadblocks of the mind. So, Organic Owl, how are you? I wish I knew your first name. Alice, welcome. Denise, welcome. So good to see you guys on here today. And there's more coming in that I can't see right now. But for those of you whose names I can see, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to share with you, this is going to be awesome. This will move mountains in your life for you. I'm going to help you take more action. And if you follow through with what I share with you today, you're probably going to accomplish more in like the next 3 days than you've done in the last 3 weeks. I know that's a pretty extreme promise, but I promise that to you if you'll take this seriously and you'll stretch yourself. I'm right now sharing with you the best of what I've gotten over a 5-day action-taking course that I'm taking. I shared the other day on Periscope, and several of you were on here. I think I just saw Andrea come in. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Let me give a quick shout out real quick. We've got Rose, Kevin, Denise, Alice, Andrea, Jordan. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Good to see you, man. I want to share with you, though, this is like today, this is big. This is explosive. So I'm going to jump right into it. We're going to talk about how to get past roadblocks in the mind, because if you can get past the roadblocks in your mind, it will help you explode your business, make your life better. Kevin, hope you're excited to do great. Excited. Awesome. I'm excited to share. I am too. So, guys, I want to acknowledge each one of you. I would love to engage you in more conversation, but this is so good. I just want to get it out there. I'm super excited. It's already moved mountains for me. And the cool thing is, when you start taking action, things move. Life moves. Things start to happen for you. Roadblocks in the mind. Yep, I'm going to get onto it right now. You guys ready? Here we go. So, you maybe have noticed there's a dichotomy of the conversation that takes place between your heart and your mind, and those two dynamics pull back and forth against each other often in our lives. It's our human nature. So your heart will get a big idea or a dream, a vision, a goal, something exciting, and you'll get all pumped up. I think each one of you that's on here knows that the level at which you're living right now is far below what you were called to live. You feel it inside. You feel that tug on your heart. You just know that you're supposed to be doing better. You're supposed to be acting on a much bigger scale. You're supposed to be living life in a bigger way. I'm going to help you bridge a gap that you probably have seen appear over and over again. And this is so huge. Somebody just said, hashtag action is the only cure. Absolutely. So how do we get you to action? How do we get your brain from stopping you to take action? And so that's what I'm going to help you with. So let's just give a couple quick examples. Maybe your vision or your dream is, man, I wish if I could get to 20,000 a month. I know I'm capable. And if I was at 20,000 a month, I could travel the world, and I would have complete financial freedom and time freedom, and I'd be able to do this activity with my spouse or with my family. I'd be able to go to Paris like we always wanted to do. And your heart starts coming up with all these awesome visions. We could give to this charity, and we could start this foundation, and we'd have seed money for this, and we could invest in that. And you don't have it, and your brain says, yeah, that sounds awesome, but you've never done that before. And then, boom, stops you right in your tracks. Or your brain says something like, well, yeah, and this person can do it, but you can't because you haven't proven it. You haven't done it yet. Or maybe your heart says, oh man, I wish we could do that. And your brain says, that would be awesome. How are we going to get there? And here's the problem. Most people stop right there, or they'll maybe even take a bold action, but after they take 1 action, 2 actions, 3 actions, 4 actions, 5 actions in a row, and they're met with failure every single time, their brain shuts down the whole process again and says, you don't know how to do this. What are you thinking? This is crazy. Here's the thing. You've got to get your brain something that it can stay busy with, because your brain works logically. Your heart doesn't work logically. But the cool thing is your heart is in tune to something a whole lot bigger than you. And oftentimes it will call you to a vision that you should strive towards, but your brain will shut you down because it doesn't have a roadmap. Your brain wants a roadmap to keep busy. And if it doesn't have a roadmap, logically speaking, survival mechanism, human nature, if you don't give it a roadmap and something to keep busy with, it's going to hit you with what it knows, which is past experience. And if you're trying to get somewhere you've never been, there is no past experience. And so your brain takes you back there and it stops you in your tracks. Here's how we bridge that gap. This is so cool. You guys are going to love this. You've got to give your brain a roadmap, and you're going to compose that roadmap with steps you need to take, and you're going to make it logical. And it's going to preoccupy your brain and get your brain going in a process that it can grasp, that it can embrace, so you can go with that vision that your heart's given you. You're going to use 2 words. Use the words and as. Now, I came up with my own example. The company that I'm in, there's a rank I want to reach. And so I said I want to reach diamond, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it's called or where you're at in your situation or what your goal is. But I want you to hear an example of what this sounds like when you put together these two words, and as, and you give your brain something that it can get busy with and feel like is realistic. All right? So I say I want to become diamond. I recognize there's some things I need to work on in order to make that happen. Now, here's the other thing. Let me point this out to you real quick. I spoke the other day on Periscope about often there's just a few areas in life we really try to work on, where we really focus, and it's usually our business, our relationships, our health, or our finance. Those four things: business, relationships, health, finance. Not necessarily in that order. But for all of us, those things tend to be important. And if you don't have a business, then we'll say career, okay? So business or career, health, relationships, and finances. Now, the problem is those things are all targets. Well, if you've ever shot before, if you're a marksman shooting, I'm going to use an example from shooting firearms. You actually don't focus on the target to hit the target. What you focus on is, does anybody know the answer to this? If you do, go ahead and chime in. You can comment. If you shot a gun before and you understand, how do you hit the target right on where you want to hit the target? How do you do it? It's not by focusing on the target. What do you focus on? Does anybody know the answer to this? I won't wait too long, but I just wanted to give you guys a chance to participate. If you don't know, instead of focusing on the target, you focus on the front sight. Good guess. Good try, Jordan. Focus on the front sight of the gun. Okay? That's where you put your focus. So it's not on the target, it's on the front sight. Well, here's what you need in life. If you have a target, whether it's financial, relationships, business or career, or health, you don't focus on the target. You don't say, I want to lose 50 pounds. You don't say, I want to get to 20,000 a month. That's the target. You need to focus on a front sight. Well, guess what? There's like 4 front sights in life. They are your emotional maturity or development, your mental maturity or mental development, your communication, and when I say communication, that's with others and also with yourself, your internal communication. So emotional, mental, communication, and here's the big one, confidence. Now the cool thing is, you can use any one of these as a front sight in your life to get to the target. You just got to pick one. Emotional, mental, communication, or confidence. If you pick one and you devote yourself to working on it, all the others will fall into place and you make progress towards your target. Now, just pick one in your life right now. Just evaluate yourself honestly. You don't have to have this conversation with me. You don't have to comment. Pick one. Emotionally, I know I need to become more mature. People tell me I wear my heart on my sleeve. If people tell you that, that's a sign you need to become more emotionally mature. Mentally mature. If people tell you you make bad decisions, you probably make bad decisions. That's a sign you need to work on your mental maturity. If people tell you you're a bad listener, guess what you need to work on? Communication. And if people tell you you get walked on all the time, you need to work on confidence. So pick one of them. For me, I picked confidence. Okay, I want to build my confidence. And what I found out was if I get better at my internal communication, the confidence falls into place. So pick one and you're going to work on it. And as you work on it, the others will fall into place. Now, here we go with the roadmap to give your brain. Because I said in the beginning, your brain wants a roadmap. And if you've never been there before, logically, your brain's going to take you to past experience, which doesn't help you get where you need to go, where you've never been before. So use the words and the words as, okay? And we're going to build a process and a roadmap for our brain. Here's what I built for mine. I know I need to work on confidence. I know that as I boil it down even further, I need to work on my communication with myself. So here's what I wrote. I want to become diamond. In order to do that, I will, and I put the time frame on this as 30 days because 6 months is too far out. That's too comfortable. So 30 days. This means I need to act on this right now, today. I said, over the next 30 days, I will improve my internal communication. As I improve my internal communication, I will build my confidence. As I build my confidence, I'll make more decisions. As I make more decisions, I'll talk to more people. As I talk to more people, I'll make more invites. As I make more invites, I'll hold more presentations. As I hold more presentations, I'll get better at closing. As I get better at closing, I'll create more customers. As I create more customers, I'll grow my business. As I grow my business, I'll attract more business partners. As I attract more business partners, I'll find more rock stars. And as I find more rock stars, I will achieve diamond. Do you see what I did for my brain? I just gave my brain the logical process. It's not too easy. It takes time. My brain can accept that and say, oh, yeah, we haven't been to Diamond, but we have a roadmap. We can probably do that. Jordan says, hashtag, boom. Exactly. Somebody said, what? If you're just catching the end, go back and watch the replay. Guys, your brain's holding you up because you're not giving it something it can digest. You got to give it something to stay busy with, a roadmap, something it can logically follow so that your vision can be employed. All right? That's the gap. That's bridging the gap between what your heart wants, what your vision is, what your dreams are, and what your brain is telling you. So I hope you got a lot out of that. Feel free to share if you did. I want to share again with you guys tomorrow, so I'll have one more thing for you tomorrow, but that's an awesome exercise you can do with yourself. So pick your target, whether that's your business or career, your relationships, your finances, or your health. All right? And then pick your front sight, one of 4 things: emotional development and maturity, mental development and maturity, communication, that can be with others or internally, or confidence. Pick one of those, work on it exclusively. The other things will fall into place. You'll start taking the actions you need to take. Thank you. Hey, if you haven't connected with me before and it's your first time on my scope, just go to adamcoaches.com. You can learn more about me there. There's a whole bunch of free stuff for you. Feel free to leverage it in your team building and as you grow your business, okay? God bless you guys. Have a great day. If you loved it, share. Thank you for saying that. Absolutely. Hey, I always want to bring you the best material, stuff that's going to benefit you. You guys have a great day, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.